Mr. Speaker, members, I know I'm going to take again an unpopular position, but this bill is not the bill that we need. This bill was something when we started with it was hopeful, was a great opportunity to do what we've needed to do for many generations, to improve our food supply, to improve our health, to improve our nutrition, to rely less on pharmaceutical needs to keep us healthy, to focus on healthy living and many other things. But this bill is now a boondoggle. This bill is now a mishmash of different things, none of which actually do anything. The requirements for extra PE time, fantastic, great, amazing. But what about everything else? That half an hour of PE, the half an hour of recess, it doesn't change what happens at home. It doesn't change the 6-7 hours a kid is going to be sedentary in front of their pad, in front of their phone, in front of their tablet, in front of their computer, in front of their everything that they have. It doesn't change that. An extra half an hour of recess doesn't fix that. Having a nutrition class in school doesn't change the fact that a significant portion of our society does not have access to nutritious foods. What is the point of telling kids they need to eat better when there is no way for them to accomplish that goal? We have asked it for the expansion of free lunches. Like my very first session here, one of the biggest fights that I was a part of, unexpectedly, was a fight involving on a budget. An effort to strip a $10 million item out of the school budget. And that $10 million, all it would have done was provide kids who are so poor, who are so desperate for food, that the schools have to give them a sack lunch to take home for the weekend on Friday afternoon, so that they would have something, a peanut butter sandwich, an apple, a juice box on Saturday, a peanut butter sandwich, an apple, and a juice box on Sunday. That's what we were going to provide the neediest kids in our school, in our state. And we had members of this House, almost a majority, voting to strip even that $10 million out of the budget. To say that we are going to fix health, to make our families be better, live longer, and take up fewer medical resources, and not provide the things that we actually need? Talk to your constituents back home. Ask them why they don't eat healthier. I promise you, you will get a very similar answer from almost everyone. There's no time. There's no ability. We can't. Because mom and dad are both working 12, 14-hour days, working multiple jobs. They're just trying to make ends meet. They don't have time to come home and actually prepare a meal with fresh food, fresh vegetables, fresh meat, fresh grains, fresh fruits. And we talk about this like, oh, well, I mean, skill issue. But this is a problem that is pervasive through our entire society. We used to think, well, this is just the underclass. This is just the poor. But this issue is spreading even well into the middle class now. Talk to people who are in the middle class that you consider that they're like us. They're like most people here, they're middle class, somewhere around there. They're going to tell you the same thing. We don't have the time. We don't have the resources, because guess what? Fresh foods are more expensive than processed foods. If you didn't know that, I don't know where you've been. But there's a reason why people who don't have a lot, there is a reason why their health is so bad. There is a reason why obesity is epidemic among the poor. Because cheap, processed, unnutritious, heavy in fat, heavy in salt, heavy in sugar, heavy in preservatives, heavy in additives, heavy in poisons. Those are the items that are cheap. The prepackaged, the processed, the frozen, the items that are easy, the ones you can just throw in the microwave and who cares if it's good for you, what it tastes like, as long as we're not hungry anymore. This is the great shame of this bill. This is the great shame of this bill. That it purports to be a panacea, a cure for what ails us, a cure for long ailments that our societies have had. But it's a placebo. It's a sugar pill. It's designed to make you think you're doing something when you're not. It's designed to take your attention away from the core problems that we have in our society. If you want to make kids healthier, if you want to make families healthier, then we should focus on the family. We should be asking why parents don't have enough time to prepare nutritious meals. We should be asking why our schools aren't serving good food as an example to our kids. If you want people to do better, the state should set the example. Time and time again, that's what I teach my kids. Why do I do what I do? Why do I teach my kids the way I teach my kids? Because I want to set an example for them. We should be healthier, but we should be healthier through example, through prompting, through encouragement, and not through a gun to your head. And having all these nutritional labelings, I think these are great ideas, but you know what? Consumers already have told us that the labeling that exists now is already confusing to them. It's already more than they can tolerate. It's already more than they can process. They look at those labelings and they look at the calories and they just throw their hands up about the rest of it. Adding more labeling is not going to fix that. Scaring people into saying like, well, all these things are in here. Whether they're good, bad, or ugly, we don't know, but they're in here. That doesn't help consumers. In fact, if anything else, when they see that all that additional labeling, it says, well, this is the same thing I've seen before, their reaction is just going to throw their hands up and say, yeah, forget it. I'm just going to buy the cheap stuff and move on. We're not providing families the pathways that they actually need to be healthy. We got so many doctors in this body. Ask the doctors what would actually make people healthier. Ask the doctors what would actually improve obesity. Exercise, good food, great. Let's do those things. It's not in this bill. I mean, unless you count the 30 minutes of recess. But we should be helping families at home. We should be promoting things. We should be, like, if you want to say, like, hey, any family that wants to sign up for, like, the local pool, the state will help you pay for your membership to your local pool, or something like that. Get exercise. Go out there. The state should we should go be supporting after-school soccer programs, after-school baseball programs, after-school everything that actually gets kids moving, gets kids active. We should be doing those things. But we're not. Don't vote for a sugar pill. Don't vote for a placebo. Because if you believe that this is all that it takes, then we will not come back and actually do the work that is needed to be done. We will not actually take the steps that needs to be taken. We will not invest the money that we actually need to invest to make kids and families healthier. I ask you to vote no and let us start fresh on a bill that actually does what we seek.